Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about cosine and sine rule. So firstly we look at what is a cosine rule. So for any triangle, if we know two sides AC and AB and also the angle between of them, we want to find the missing side BC. How do we do that? For our convenience, I will say the length AC is smaller b. And the length AB is smaller c, and the BC is what we want to find. We call that smaller a. You also know the angle between the B and the C, so we know this angle. How can we find the missing side A? You can draw a perpendicular line, starts from point C to the line AB. So we said that it meets at AB at point D. And the length CD equals to H, and let the length AD be X. So the length DB equals to C minus X. Now we can start it. So let us focus on the first triangle, that is triangle CAD. You can have x squared plus h squared equals to b squared. And for another small triangle, that is triangle CBD, we have c minus x squared plus h squared equals to a squared. Now we said that the first one is the first equation and the second one is second equation. Now we let equation 1 minus equation 2. We have x squared plus h squared minus bracket c minus x squared plus h squared equals to b squared minus a squared. And we rearrange that. We have x squared minus c minus x squared. H squared disappear. And the right hand side is b squared minus a squared. So we have x squared minus c squared minus 2cx plus x squared bracket equals to b squared minus a squared equals to minus c squared plus 2cx equals to b squared minus a squared. So we have a squared equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2cx. Until now, we didn't use any information about the angle between the B and the C. Now it's time to use it. So we look at the triangle CAD and use the cosine rule. No, sorry, not the cosine rule, the cosine ratio. We have cosine A equals to x over b. So x equals to b times cosine A. Now we can substitute this into this equation. Thus we have a squared equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2c times b cosine A, and we rearrange that. We can get the cosine rule, that is a squared equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine A. That is a cosine rule. Also, there is another form for the cosine rule. Since we have a squared equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine a, we can also write that a squared plus 2bc cosine a equals to b squared plus c squared. So 2bc cosine a equals to b squared plus c squared minus a squared. Thus, cosine a equals to b squared plus c squared minus a squared over 2bc. Here is another form of that. So you can use it to find an angle if you know all the three sides. Now let's see some example question to use a cosine rule. So first question, calculate the length of the side AB of the triangle ABC in which AC equals to 7.5 cm, BC equals to 9.7 cm, and the angle ACB equals to 110 degrees. So firstly, we can draw the triangle and label the sides. So we have AC, BC, probably like that, and AB. So write down that this is letter A, here is C, here is B. So we know AC is 7.5 cm and BC is 9.7 cm. The angle ACB is 110 degrees, so we want to find the value AB. So we use the cosine rule, that is a squared equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine A. Remember that BC as the sides we know, and the angle A is the angle between B and C. So in here, B is 7.5, C is 9.7, and the angle A in the formula is 110 degrees. So we'll write down that AB squared equals to 7.5 squared plus 9.7 squared minus 2 times 7.5 times 9.7 and times cosine 110 degrees. In this case, AB equals to the square root of that. You can type it in the calculator. You can get 14.1 centimeter to 3 significant figures. Don't forget to write the unit and to correct to the 3 significant figures. So that is the answer. Now for question 2, we have that find the set of the smallest angle in a triangle whose sides have lengths 4, 6, and 7 centimeters. In here, we know all 3 sides, so we use the formula that is cosine A equals to b squared plus c squared minus a squared over 2bc. So firstly, we need to draw the triangle and label the sides. Let us see, this is 6 centimeter, and we have 4 centimeter. So here is A, here's C, here's B. So here is 7 centimeter. And we can see the smallest angle. Is opposite the smallest side, which is angle A. In our diagram. So for the angle A, B and C, that is 6 centimeter and 7 centimeter. And A is 4 centimeter. So we can write down that cosine A equals to B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC equals to 6 squared plus 7 squared minus 4 squared over 2 times 6 times 7. That equals to 0.821 dot dot. In here, you don't need to round up to 3 significant figures. We just type this answer in the calculator for that. The angle A equals to cosine minus 1, 0.281 dot dot from your calculator. That equals to 34.8 degree. In here, we need to round up, that is 3 significant figures. You need to remember that you do not need to round any numbers until you get the final answer. So we don't round up this answer over here. Now let us move on to the question 3. The question said Coast Guard Station B is 10 km on a bearing of 075 degree from Coast Guard Station A. A ship C is 5.7 km on a bearing of 023 degree away from A. Now calculate how far C is from B. Now let us draw the diagram and label it. So we know that there is a Coast Guard station. So we say this is station A. Now the station B is 10 km on a bearing of 075 degree. So start from the north, 075. Let's say this is 75 degree. There is a station B. And then it has a length 10 km. And the ship C is 5.7 km on bearing of 023 degree away from A. So there is another angle. Let us see, this is 23 degree. So we have the ship C. Here is 5.7 km. Now we can finish our triangle. Looks like that. So it asks you to find how far C is from B. So we want to find the length CB. Now we know the length AC. And the length AB. Well, the angle between of AC and AB, we can also get it by calculating. We have angle CAB equals to angle, let us say, NAB minus angle NAC equals to 75 degree minus 23 degree. That equals to 52 degree. So we know the two sides and the angle between of them. Then we can use the cosine rule to find the missing one. So we write down that BC squared equals to AC squared plus AB squared minus 2 times AC times AB times cosine angle CAB equals to 5.7 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 5.7 times 10 times cosine 52 degree. And then we can write down that BC equals to the square root of that. So after you typing them into the calculator, we have got that BC equals to 7.89, 3 significant figures. In this case, we write down that C is 7.89 kilometers away from station B. So we have learned about the cosine rule. Now let's move on to see what is the sine rule. So for the sine rule, you want to find the missing sides or angles. So similarly, we have a triangle ABC and we have the length of them, that is AC equals to B, BC equals to A, and AB equals to C. So similarly, we start from that, we draw a perpendicular line, start from C to the line AB, we call that D. And the height of that we say is H1. Now let us focus in the triangle CBD. We use the sine ratio. We have sine B equals to H1 over A, implies that H1 equals to A sine B. And in another triangle, CAD, also use the sine ratio. We have sine A equals to H1 over B. Implies that H1 equals to B times sine A. Thus, we can have that A sine B equals to B sine A. So we have A over sine A equals to B over sine B. This is a part of the sine rule. Now let us draw another perpendicular line. So in a similar way, draw the perpendicular from B to AC. Sorry, not a really straight one. So we say this is perpendicular, and we say it meets AC at point E. And the length of that, we call that H2. Now let us focus on the triangle CBE. Sorry. In triangle CBE, we have sine C equals to H2 over A, implies that H2 equals to A times sine C. And in triangle AEB, sine A equals to H2 over C, implies that H2 equals to C times sine A. So that we have A sine C equals to C sine A. What we have? We have A over sine A equals to C over sine C. Now from these two formulas, we can get that A over sine A equals to B over sine B equals to C over sine C. This is the sine rule. Also, you can have another form that is sine A over A equals to sine B over B equals to sine C over C. Now let us see some question to use the sine rule. So, the question 1. In the triangle ABC, AB equals to 10 cm, the angle BAC equals to 40 degrees, and the angle BCA equals to 50 degrees. Asks you to find the length BC. So we firstly to draw and label the triangle. So triangle ABC, AB equals to 10 cm, and the angle BAC, that is 40 degrees, and the angle BCA is 50 degrees. Now ask you to find BC. So we write BC is the length A, here is the angle A, and here is angle C. So the length BA is the length C, smaller c. Because it's opposite to the angle C, we said that it's a smaller c. We have the formula that is A over sine A equals to smaller c over sine C. In here, A is a missing one, we don't know. And sine A, we know that is sine 40 degrees equals to smaller c, that is 10, over sine C, that is 50 degrees. So we have A equals to 10 times sine 40 degrees over sine 50 degrees. Thus, using the calculator, we get A equals to 8.39 centimeter to the three significant figures. Well, I shouldn't write the centimeters over here, just 8.39 to the three significant figures. Now we can write down the length BC is 8.39 centimeter to three significant figures. That is the answer. So for the question using the sine rule, you need to know the angle and its opposite. You need to find the angle and its opposite length. That is a key thing. Now let's move on to say the question 2. In the triangle ABC, AB equals to 5 centimeter, AC equals to 4 centimeter, and the angle ABC equals to 40 degrees. The question asks you to work out the two possible values of the angle ACB. You can see the question asks you to find the two possible values of that. Where does it come from? So we can first draw and label the triangle. We have AB, it's 5 centimeter. AB, so 5 centimeter. And now we know the AC is 4 centimeter. So AC, so that is 4 centimeter. And you know the angle ABC equals to 40 degrees. So here is 40 degrees. But if you think the A is the center of the circle and AC is the radius of that, we can have another point C. So in here we see this one is C1. We have another length 4 centimeters. Looks like that. Here's another 4 centimeter. Another point C2. And then we can see the angle AC1B and the angle AC2B are completely different. And the relationship between these two angles are obviously, since AC1 equals to AC2, what we can have? We have the angle AC1, C2. So this angle equals to the angle AC2, C1. This angle. They are the same. And what's the relationship between the angle AC1B and the angle AC1C2? That is, they add up to 180 degrees. So we can have the angle AC1B plus the angle AC1C2 equals to 180 degrees. Thus, the angle AC1B plus the angle AC2C1 equals to 180 degrees. Now let us say the angle AC1B, we call that theta. So the angle AC2C1 is 180 minus theta. Here we can find two different angles. Thus, you need to be aware of that. The sine rule sometimes produces two possible solutions for a missing angle. So here it's really important that you draw the triangle and label them, then you can find that the angle has two values. We can have that sine theta equals to sine 180 degrees minus theta. Now let us to calculate the angle ACB. So we have the angle 40 degrees, and the opposite length of that is AC, that is 4 centimeters. So 4 over sine 40 degrees equals to the angle ACB. Let us say, the angle ACB, and the opposite, the angle ACB is 5 centimeters. So that is 5 over, let us say, sine C. We have this formula to do, this equation to solve. Then we can write down that sine C equals to 5 times sine 40 degree over 4. So C equals to sine minus 1, 4 times sine 40 degree over 4. Using your calculator, you will get 53.5 degree to 3 significant figures. Now you have got one possible solution and another one, that is all C equals to 180 degrees minus sine minus 1, 5 sine 40 degree over 4 equals to 126.5 degree to 3 significant figures. So here are the two possible solutions. In this lesson, we have learned what is a cosine rule and what is a sine rule, and also how to use them to solve the question. So here is the conclusion of this lesson. Hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for your watching.